It's been about 3 weeks since I did the last video, and I thought I would just do an update to see what a difference 3 weeks make. I've never had a plant that's grown so well before, as do these peppers. They've adapted to a pot perfectly, and despite what my wife says, I don't think I can never not do this again. So just thought I'd take a look and see what 3 weeks worth of growing in pots in a really hot, really dry summer has done. There's one thing most people aren't too impressed with, which is just growing basic green peppers. And of all the peppers I've done, they're okay. They're smaller size. Let's see if we can find some bigger ones. I guess there's some bigger ones here. Again, they've adapted to the pot okay. I think they can only get so big in these pots. Somewhere under here. There's some nice ones growing in there too. So pretty basic peppers, and they've done pretty well. But then the whole point of this was the hot peppers. So like was seen in the last video, the jalapenos just do so well. They were the first ones coming in, and they really just grow. Pretty much as soon as you pick one, a new one will start. So those have been very good. Next up in the Scovilles, the hot red cherries, which are now, happily, very big and very red. And I haven't eaten any of these yet, but again, this plant has just done very well in a pot. Right next door are the Habaneros, which I'd been sneaking a few when they were green, and they were plenty hot when they were green, or still underripe, but now you can see there's a lot of them and they're ready to go. Backing up a little bit so I can get the whole thing is my cayenne pepper plant, which last time I didn't even mention because it hadn't done anything, but now, given some more time, we also gave it the biggest pot for some reason. There's a lot of them coming in. Not really any color to them yet, but lots to pick from. It's actually down here in the shadows that the whole reason for this pepper experiment began, which is the Trinidad Seven and then the ghost peppers. I was really, kind of everyone told me that they'd be best in full sun, and these things hate the full sun. They wilt like crazy, but they have just thrived since I moved them over into the shade, which was one of the great benefits of having them in pots. So just take an in-depth look at how good these have been doing, because they've been doing crazy good. So now we'll get up and close and personal with it. This is the ghost pepper, and you have to really get underneath it to see, but it is just loaded with peppers. They're all very green yet. Hopefully you can see them okay. Everything's green under here. And I had a couple of windfalls that came off, and I ate them, and they are so hot already. It's just going to be glorious once they get to full strength. But then next door is the Trinidad Seven. And the Trinidad Seven is where, again, there's just a ton of peppers. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these peppers, but just in the last week, they're finally taking on some color. And like I said, I had a couple of windfalls of these too, and it is painfully hot. So, and they're not even close to being ready. So I can't wait. Very excited for them to continue to come in.